and he's found something with it.
Well, it's one final best of 5 for these two teams to see which is going to be the 4th and final one to go to the SWC, but it all starts out here in game number 1 with the Warriors and the Ravens, and we'll throw it to our casters.
Thank you so much, J-Mac and Inbound. You've got Frog, Mifflin, and Doug.
Massive win rate so far. Only been available this weekend, upwards of 70%, but doesn't exactly have a strong early.
Solo Patrol, no beads, and getting taunted back in the stun, and the dash secures it. Haddox first on the board with the kill, and the Highland Ravens grab that pressure over in solo.
Very heavy, objective-focused gameplay plan from the Warriors so far this week. They'll be allowed to do that.
Damage onto Zatman, ultimate forced out, and Netroid cleans it up even before the no escape comes through. Just gets everything dumped on. Netroid started the engagement with the ultimate there.
They said picks are strong at 3 items, 2 items, that's fine, but because of the Highland Ravens draft having 4 magical, you could just wait until the absolute latest portion of the game and then play the defensive game. Then taking a lot of chains here. Should likely just use those beads. What does it? Hurry on the chopping block.
Gets pulled back in the taunt, the damage from Panatom, and it won't be the finisher instead. Venenu grabs Netroid, and the fight is on. Panatom looking to be taken down, and Pagon finds Zatman as Panatom finishes onto Heroin. So a 2-for-1 as the Oni Warriors still end up on top of the trade.
Netroid, though, was a high-value trade for the Ravens. Scream's got to play safe here.
One of the things we were looking for in this matchup, though, was that mid pressure, whether or not Pagon would find it, but still pressure on the duo lane. Zatman, the chains won't find enough tick damage, but the pressure certainly being held onto. The Oni Warriors have kept the pressure up over here for the entirety of the first 10 minutes.
Netroid's ult's coming back up. There's the slow. Here comes the ultimate. Should just be hurry.
Heroin does not get to survive there. Another great pillar and great lockdown from Genetics on this Ares. It's been a while since we've seen this Ares picked up, especially prioritized there early on, or not, a little bit later on in the draft.
Gross, gross!
Oh my goodness! Will be able to dash under the tier 2 tower. Scream, he comes in and is able to trade 1-for-1 with that final judgment. Netroid takes down Scream. I'm amazed that Venenu survives.
Yeah, Ven, well played, able to walk himself out of there. Barely survives. Just fortunate to have as much HP as he does, because that would start forcing some of those engagements around the Gold Fury. Could be that they're waiting for Pyro, though.
Solar Troll under pressure and pushed up against the wall. Gets the beads forced, though, and now Haddox, maybe the turnaround coming through. Pre-beads there, and Panatom holds the taunt beautifully, and Haddox will fall under the tier 1 tower.
Wow.
Scream looking for the trade as well. Beautifully played from the Oni Warriors, but they've got more pressure to deal with. Zatman running away, and Panatom and Solar Troll, they've got to run away on the right-hand side. Driven by Genetics, just the constant push forward on the Ares, and in addition to that, being able to almost consistently stand next to Netroid and make sure that he's had a good lane. Haddox under pressure and through the ultimate. Pagon takes him down with the help of Panatom, and that's what I'm talking about. They're just in the enemy jungle.
Yeah, Pagon is forced to use the beads there to make sure he's able to stick close to Haddox, but beads for kill trade with Pyromancer.
15-minute Fire Giant this would be if the Oni Warriors stick to it. Genetics, though, he wants to hop off early and look for some of these kills. Heroin, he cannot dash, and Pagon on a killing spree will find the kill onto the support. Still, though, Scream in the area, and Haddox on his way back from base if they want to try for a miracle steal to secure here around this objective, and Fire Giant's not dropping off anytime soon. There's the corpse field and a good silence once again, but can't stop the autos, and it just hits Solar Troll. The final judgment takes him down low, and the Phoenix still stands strong. Scream on the engage, drops Netroid a little bit low, but off the mark on the ultimate, and that's a re-engage for Genetics. A huge pull, and Sot gets one. Pagon finds Zatman. Heroin, not long for this world. Venenu falls as well. And in the blink of an eye, a 4-man ultimate from Genetics takes the Oni Warriors to game number 1.
I mean, it's just clinical from the Oni Warriors. Identify the weaknesses of the draft and exploit them. The Highland Ravens were not allowed to play at any portion of the game. Does Haddox have enough to get the Oni Warriors out of the base?
Oh, wow.
We're not going to win a fight. Maybe we can backdoor the Titan. Maybe we can catch one guy. but instead it's them caught.
Genetics grabs Zatman, and he is removed from the map. Panatom grabs the last hit there. You're trying to look for some macro play. You lose one in the process. That seems to still open up.
Phenomenal taunts throughout the entirety of that engagement. Pagon wants the 1v1, the 3-time world champion on the back foot.
Dodges out the stun and gets the beads forced there, and will find the pick onto Zatman. Maybe a small opening here. You don't have the on her. You don't have the possible on the map is in their favor.
Keep your eyes on Ven and hurry. No beads to play with, and an Athena on the other side will make it very difficult to survive. Haddock's taunted in, and another bead's lost.
Scream blinks in, looking for Panatom, and the corpses get dropped. Panatom back in on the taunt, and Scream falls. Pagon on the dash, and Netroid finds Zatman, and the Oni Warriors looking to march it down. Only 3 members from the Ravens surviving, and the Titan becomes the focus. The Order Titan as well, helping out on that damage. And the Oni Warriors take game 1.
Well, let's see if the Highland Ravens can get through that duo lane, can find themselves to a late game team fight. Will they be able to tie up the set, or the Warriors go up 2-0? Let's jump right into game number 2.
Thank you so much, J-Mac and Inbound. Oni Warriors going up against the Highland Ravens. Still Frog, still Myth, still Doug, bringing you the action.
Now things should start to turn around slowly.
Blink in from Scream, dash in onto Pagon. And the Aegis gets forced. No beads quite yet. Beads down though for Venenu, and Panatom finds the first
Do not
blood.
sleep on Maman Brigitte's damage. Certainly high if he's allowed to free cast, and that's exactly what Panatom did.
Dash in onto the Mamando, and dash in from Panatom. Keeps him safe for a second, but not long for this world. Scream able to answer back as they were looking for this blue buff invade, but now it'll only be Solo Troll up there, still looking for some aggression as the Highland Ravens battling back, trying to maybe find the purple buff invade on this left side of the map.
Sot's in some trouble. Doesn't have the ultimate, doesn't have a lot of mana to play with either. Doesn't pick up the blue buff and just gets a bit over aggressive. Scream, MP5, gives him the slice and dice. Confirms the kill for himself. Pretty difficult, so I keep my eyes on that one. If it ever comes down to an auto attack battle, though, I'll tell you what, Scream's going to win that every single time.
Blink in from Panatom, and Athena ult on the way. Scream deleted from the map, and Panatom grabs another one. Venenu, though, with the transformation, trying to answer one back. Invades here and there, pressure in some of these lanes, despite some of the attempts that we've seen from the Ravens. I mean, it's these opportunities from the Warriors as Panatom rotates over and takes the life of Heroine. Once again, it's this jungle Maman getting the action started on this left-hand side. Meanwhile, Solo
the Ravens have already decided not to go for it.
This might be an ambush, though. Double dash forces the dash away from Pagon, and the jump will not find safety. Ultimate's in here, though, from the tanks, and a taunt for Venenu forces the relics out. Panatom rejoining the fray and is on a killing spree as he finds the killing blow onto Venenu. And a trade out, a 1-for-1, makes the space for the Pyromancer, and the Oni Warriors keep it up on the objectives.
Yeah, Warriors just playing much too quickly there. That's the classic response attempt from the Ravens.
On your team, but it's the Oni Warriors continuing the pressure, and a blink in from Scream. Pagon gets the ultimate from Athena, will find the safety on the blue buff, but Netroid up against the transformation and will be taken down. A great kill from Venenu and looking to retreat. Now, but a 3-man taunt from Genetics takes down Venenu, and a 1-for-1 trade as the Oni Warriors looking for a little bit more.
Panatom went a bit crazy there, as does Pagon Genetics now. And I think that's a decent avenue for them.
This rotation here, though. Scream alone here on the left side, trying to trade one out, and does get close. But Panatom and the rest of the squad, Pagon grabs the last hit onto Scream, and that's a 40-second pick. Wow, you've got the Fire Giant. Gotta be careful here, though, as they left 2 alone in the middle lane. Chase down from the Highland Ravens. They've got to force Genetics into the ultimate, but he will Solo Troll. He's the only one here. The rest of the Oni Warriors, they've tried to go to this right-hand side. Netroid takes down Venenu, and they find the bird all the while.
Good damage.
Zatman trades back, though, and Sot grabs Scream in the mid lane as it turns into a 1v1, and all of a sudden, the Oni Warriors are looking for a little bit more. Zatman jumps into Sot and he'll find a double kill. That's 2 Phoenixes now down for the ONI Warriors, and 3 members in the gray screen. Looking for a little bit more though, trying to ramp it back up, and they've got a Titan to help them out. All 5 members here strong, as Panatom the only one down, but the Titan will fall down. And the ONI
make
Warriors
their way to the SWC. We'll find out in Game 3 with Frog and Mifflin.
Just 1 game away for the Warriors to make it to SWC, and they have to be feeling that pressure to win this game, or maybe lack of pressure to win this game. They've got 3 imagine the Hunters of the mid lane getting a little bit more pressure, but maybe it's ONI Warriors. They're trying to find an early first blood. Venenu with no dash available. Pagon grabs the first blood. They're looking for more as well. Scream forced to teleport away, but the ONI Warriors, he's not on a mage. He's that much harder to gank on this tier.
Yeah, but there isn't an Athena, so it is that much easier to gank onto the tier. SOT already receiving a bit of that pressure, forces the beads and loses his life. Scream makes an early rotation over, but it's Haddix who benefits with the kill. Sure, a little bit
Morgan Le Fay if you're getting ahead and you're rotating a little bit earlier.
That, and it's the physical magical damage split. Jungle and Solo flying in his Ven. Genetics in trouble.
Looking for the damage and will find it. Heroin grabs the 2nd kill for the squad. That's the power of the Chernobog, this global pressure, and they find another pick onto the dual lane.
Now, gonna be a little while until Genetics takes over to level 5. So if Hurry beats him there, going to be an opportunity, although brief, where you could jump on him.
Wow, Haddix under some pressure this time, and they flipped the script. Now not even waiting for the buff spawns. The Ravens man rotation towards this blue buff. I think Haddix has lost all hope of getting it. Meanwhile, fight on the left-hand side, and Netroid, he's running the wrong way.
Yeah, he's going to try and grab as much farm as he can. Unfortunately, only able to catch up to the melee minions, and does not quite have the damage even with Dark Portal to knock those down. So won't get any.
He's got to be getting active, and so far he has been, but maybe has to look to find a little bit of purchase now that he's ticked over to level 5 and well past that now. As Genetics gets pulled in, Heroin, maybe the one actually under pressure, didn't expect the damage turnaround, and he will be the one sent to the gray screen. All the while, Zatman takes down Panatom with the help, and you get another 1-for-1.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. Looked to me like Hurrywin was probably communicating with Scream, hey, I can find a pool here. They're likely going to step up, try and take the fight. Pagon up, down!
Oh my goodness, able to dash out the damage, but will fall down. Genetics trying to stay alive and will dodge out a couple of auto attacks. Will just find the camp, though, and Scream ultimately decides against it, but Heroin, he might be caught out a little bit, gets a 3-man ultimate, but the damage is there on the follow-up, and once again, he will be the one to fall.
Yeah, once Scream utilizes that dunk, Scream and Zatman from stepping forward. The Warriors no stranger from a reactive play style and a double freeze.
Double freeze, Zatman under pressure.
Oh my
Great
God.
wall will prevent the jump. Zatman can't make it over the wall. And the Panatom rotation grabs him another kill onto that. He gets the opportunity. And he's tanky enough to at least be asking the question, especially with Pagon around the corner, forces the beads from Scream.
He's gotta be dead.
And now the punish has to come through. Venenu looking for the damage, will get bailed out for a second, but a trade, and Pagon's able to grab Haddix through the chaos. Panatom look for the rotation. Pagon doesn't even need it, and looking for one more, but Van won't have it. A triple kill for Pagon. A huge play for the mid laner of the Warriors.
Pagon is just built different. Once I realized after
a little bit of that damage, ultimates traded out though for the supports, and Sot over the wall. 4-man Lawless will take down Zatman as they're trying to find the damage, and they will do so. Zatman taking down Pagon. Low and worse for wear. Venenu finds the 1v1 trade as Sot blinks back in, and Venenu CC down and looking to find the last bit of damage, but will survive. And the fight, it's scrappy, but the ONI Warriors still looking for more, and who else but Sot grabs the kill onto Scream. Heroin, they're still looking for more damage, and the ONI Warriors maybe have to back off now.
Sod on the retreat. It's got Ven on his heels, slowed by the Shadow Demon. The ONI Warriors won't be able to defend this tier 1 tower. Panatom Genetics both too low and overstay.
Over some of
from
these
the
mage
Warriors.
solos more often, but
Scream.
this is just damage here.
And
Scream,
he's gone.
he's looking for the disengage. Haddix does not have the retreat button that Scream does, so he will fall on that right-hand side. And we've reached 16 minutes, Mifflin, and for the ONI Warriors, that means a Fire Giant attempt. As we look to pick up the objective here, Highland Ravens nowhere in the vicinity. They're not willing to step up to this one, it looks like, so it'll be another primary objective, biggest one off the map for the ONI Warriors.
Easy pickup. Highland Ravens need to find something in the interim. Killing SOT would be massive, but I'm not sure they have it in them.
Ultimate.
Oh, they got him, they got him.
Oh, they do have Heroin on the other side. Do they have him, though? They pull him back, and he gets the heal.
They have to have him.
They have to have him, dude. You have to chase down Sot. And they will, with 4 people and all of the abilities in the world, they find the kill onto Solo Patrol on a tier 2 tower to add to the tally. But still, 4 members strong with Fire Giant here for the Warriors.
And their siege potential is decent. Better still if they could find a pick first. Scream in some trouble. Forced to use the beads, but is it Satman that's gonna die?
Ultimate here, Panatom dashes in, looking for the retreat. Perhaps the re-engage from his team as Pagon is under pressure, but he turns it around, and a great wall traps Venenu in the Ymir wall. Netroid there to help out, and once again, Pagon is on a mission and survives against 2. A double kill for the ONI Warriors as they
Cold
can
Fury, and then as they wait for Fire Giant to respawn, they usually try and knock down a tier 2 tower on the opposite side of the map. SOT steps far, far forward, doesn't have ultimate, and surrounded.
Dangerous Scream, though. He's off the mark with his own dunk, and Netroid has to
He's
find
coming back.
the escape, but he's coming right back into the rest of the team, and Zatman finds the ADC. Look on the backside, though. Zatman will get traded out, and another kill for the Highland Ravens, a 2 for 2 thus far, as the rest of the team is here to help. Highland Ravens on the retreat, as Heroin will fall as well. A 3 for 2, as it took a minute for the Warriors to join, but they do come in to help. I don't know if he has the defense. They've got a wave coming in, but damage onto Haddix to start things off. Panatom, no poly here, just the defense item, but he's just hitting the Phoenix. Nobody's trying to stop him. Scream goes up, but nobody has slowed this damage down, and so they will get that left-hand bird. Genetics will trade his life for it, and Pagon, he might fall down as well. Almost takes one with him. Panatom, he's got to be careful, even if this is the trade, though, as Panatom will make his way out of there, so it's 2 for left bird.
I mean, I love the idea. Giving me a bit of confidence in the Warriors here.
We've seen a 4-man Lawbringer already
So
this
smart.
game, and Sot, he's ready to set it up again. Slows down Zatman, and looking for the disruption here, up, down with the stun, and the Fire Giant gets low. Zatman finds Solo Patrol, but they've got to find the secure, and they do. Fire Giant down for the Highland
Scream's
Ravens, and Scream up into the air, just looking for the retreat. The fight the Highland Ravens would look to take down, and it might just be the engage from the Warriors instead. Heroin caught too far up, may lead to a big ultimate, though. Pagon finds the kill onto the support, and it's the re-engage here for the Ravens. Scream takes one down, trades Pagon, but Sot in the back takes down Zatman, and it's the continuation, the push forward from the ONI Warriors. It's Haddix low on the health bar and will not survive back to the Phoenix. Venenu and Scream, the only 2 left alive here, but the low health bars from the Warriors, and Scream, he takes one down, a 3 versus 2 into the Phoenix.
SOT still nearby, has to play safe here. Wall hammer,
but it will not be enough to prevent him from the jump. Heroin trying to chase a little bit throughout the jungle, but that double heal coming through. They might commit for this, up into the air and dunk down. They'll find the delayed kill on the side.
Yeah, Scream, nice global usage there.
30 minutes, so if there's an elongated dance, perhaps you start to ask this question. But the ONI Warriors looking for the engage. Let's go to a listening with the Warriors.
Chill. Don't group.
Let's show.
Third one.
Block frozen. Block. Prison block here. Under B.
One.
Block.
He's one.
Anchor no bit behind Tor 1 HP. They're 1 HP
Freezing one,
guys.
freezing one, freezing one. You play right.
Try to get out.
Walk away. I got wall in two, stop. Where's that?
Sword there.
I blink.
You're fine, keep running. You're fine, keep running.
They cannot do fire.
So just wasting a lot of time here.
God, Ares is so cringe. Yeah, you need to win.
Saw doing what he can to delay the team fight, but a Highland Ravens fight win. They might try to take the fire jump.
Yeah, Scream finds a lot of value with some of those hammers in the team fight, separates the engagement, connects with priority targets. Panatom goes down real early, but the fact that the Highland Ravens could jump on a Pagon first was the most important. Fire Giant down to a quarter. Genetics got a lot of work to do.
Wants to slow this one down, and Zatman did hop off the DPS for a second. Gotta think Pagon, he's right around the corner. You're giving him time to bring himself to the Fire Giant. Genetics hasn't even fallen low, and Zatman loses his life. They try to take the pick onto Genetics, and they hop off of Fire Giant. Looking for Venenu. Won't find the Fearless, though. They're looking to double down on the pick that they already have. Zatman has rejoined the fray, the land of the living, and will make his way back towards his team, but still Relics down for this on her, and into the air goes Scream, looking for the dunk, and won't find purchase onto anybody as the fight balances on a knife's edge.
Keep your eyes on Panatom. Going for the flank here. Pagon over the wall. Haddix taking some damage.
Looking for the damage, and Genetics finds the freeze, but a great wall locks in Heroin, and Sot keeping 3 out of the fight, and will live through it for just a little bit longer. He makes the time, though, and the duo lane for the Ravens will fall. A 4 versus 3 now on the left-hand side, and Panatom looking for more. Pagon finds one. A double kill for the jungler, and only 1 member remaining. It's Haddix, half HP. If they want to step up, it would be a miracle steal that they would need to look for. They won't even have the time. Meanwhile, though, the Relic's down for Scream, and he is gone off the map. So they find EFG, and they find a pick to start. They've got the middle Phoenix already down. They're looking to push for more.
Yeah, collect the minion wave. Highland Ravens gotta buy 50 seconds now for Scream to get back. Warriors keeping pressure on 2 fronts.
Trying to push down this right side Phoenix, and it will fall in just a couple of autos. They're looking for a fight. Let's go to a listen-in with the ONI Warriors. They're going to try to end this game.
Is that no? Can I just take a little bit? I get it. Like one's on honor, maybe. Yeah, we can definitely end.
I have the build, man.
Let me get the time. Here. I have on 10.
I got their blinks.
They're horrific. Look on the boys.
I'm finishing.
Sure. Time slow.
Woo!
Whoa! Trophy!
What a play! Whoa!
Incredible hype coming from the ONI Warriors there. They take the game, and in a